Is Mary Shelley's Frankenstein a warning or an homage to modern scientists? Mary Shelley's novel Frankenstein serves as a warning to modern scientists as a cautionary tale, in which carries a message about the importance of balancing curiosity and ambition with caution and compassion. The ambition of modern scientists serves to prove that most scientists find or create their best creation by having that ambition. But we but what we don't see is that it is quite possible for ambition to run us down and make us not wanting our goals and our dreams that we had set in the beginning. In this novel, we find that Frankenstein follows his ambition to pursue his idea of creating animation out of lifeless matter. He says, "For when I would account to myself for the birth of that passion, which afterwards ruled my destiny, I find it arise like a mountain river from ignoble and almost forgotten sources, but swelling as it proceeded, it became the torrent which in its course has swept away all my hopes and joys." In this quote from the novel, we see that Victor describes his ambition as an external force being bigger than, than he can control. He is comparing it to a raging river that is taking with him everything that is in its path. His ambition was like a powerful desire, but it was feeling like it came from inside, which he could have tried to control. Instead, he let them direct every of his actions without thinking of the consequences. As we see him develop his creation with that much ambition, we also find out that he becomes ill for quite some time after, all because he created a creature in which he feared. He says, "For this I had deprived of rest and health. I had desired with an ardor that far exceeded moderation, but now that I had finished the beauty of the dream vanish, and breathless horror and disgust filled my heart." In this passage, we receive an understanding of what he is genuinely feeling. Victor tells us that he fears the monster in his heart while also having thoughts of the beauty about his creation that now, for him, are completely gone. Another principal matter for his ambition is to have good success in their field of study. For example, just like med school, we also have law school, in which people in law school usually plan to be either type of lawyer in the future. But just like med school, law school also does come with a lot of stress with studying its contents. According to this website, Harvard Law gained substantial publicity as the student leaders pushed the administration to take a closer look at student mental health. A survey of 886 students revealed 25% respondents reported suffering from depression, 24% of students suffered from anxiety, 20% of students reported a heightened risk of suicide, 66% students said their mental health elements started as a result of law school, and only 8% of students said they would feel comfortable discussing their mental health with a faculty member. Which means that ambition can bring on so many side effects, like your mental health stability. The damage of knowledge serves to prove that Mary Shelley's Frankenstein is a warning because most of the knowledge that does come through to some of us can become good and useful, but in this certain situation, it mostly ruined his life, all because of his simple knowledge. The knowledge of creating animation out of lifeless matter is shown as a reason into which ruined Victor's life, since he turned his back to his only creature. He says, "A new species would bless me as its creator and source. Many happy and excellent natures would owe their being to me. No father could claim the gratitude of his child so completely as I should deserve theirs." Many thoughts ran through Victor's head when he was about to create his first creature, but the biggest thought that his relationship with the monster would be stronger than any relationship of a father and son. Which shows a little bit of how they might think that Victor knew inside that he was doing something truly, completely, astonishingly wrong by leaving and turning his back on his creature. The damage of knowledge in this novel can also be seen when the monster learns human ways. He learns them very well, and they damage his life or even his dreams because the humans fear him for his looks. The monster says, "There was none among the myriads of men who existed would pity or assist me, and should I feel kindness towards my enemies? No. From that moment I declared everlasting war against the species, and more than all against him who had formed me and sent me forth to this unsupportable misery." The monster feels alienated, and so for that reason he declares war. Since the humans treat much knowledge on how to act like a human, that he has become a threat and has damaged his life of having pure happiness, of having any sort or kind of happiness. Another matter which shows the damage of knowledge are the DNA and stem cell research, as well as cloning objects or other, also the advancement of artificial intelligence. The knowledge that is present may appear to be good discoveries, but it may also cause danger to some because we do not know how and why it will get used, as well as imitations that may have been made. According to this website, the most valuable thing in the world is knowledge. Everything else in our lives, money, health, things, love, they can all come and go. They can all be taken away from us. The one thing that no one can ever take from you once you have acquired it is knowledge. This passage shows that even if our knowledge is used for something forbidden, we will always have it and no one can take it away. So if we do use it for good purposes, we could get rewarded with things that are not as valuable, like money and health, or even just happiness. Thank you for listening.